Another absolutely amazing wild dream last night. Man, some of these are just so enjoyable and so good. I mean, I just took a job working a warehouse, J.H. Larson in Hudson. And so this job had a lot of things that were like packages in it, but there was certainly like a bigger warehouse, very bright, well lit. A lot of it was outdoors as well. I think the main point I'm trying to get at is it was about the like alignment of these packages or something. So weird. I guess they weren't just like normal packages. These were just boxes or whatever. Man, how do I even explain it? It was like if you could line them up properly, and it's not like line them up. All of a sudden you could like transcend time and space or something, and it's like the puzzle was almost complete. Me and this other guy were really into it, really working on it. It's like if you had these packages lined up and you stared at them properly, you could, like I said, transcend time. You would warp into the future or something. And I'm not 100% like what the end goal of this was. I know that we were trying to find the end of the line, or I don't know where we were trying to get, but you could line them up and then boom, we'd warp, and then all of a sudden we were trying to set up the next ones and get them in line, and then we could warp again, and we'd be going so fucked up, man. I remember near the end of it there were tons of stacks, and I think actually at the end that we pulled it off, because at the end of this particular dream, I'm like, it's like my eyes, you know, like I got to the end of it and all of a sudden, it's almost like this light that was kind of like roots, like the center of my vision, and the roots were coming towards me. And that was kind of how that ended. It was an amazing feeling. That's a trip. I hope I explained it well. Part 2 was after this. I was in a different kind of warehouse, and I had a job I was working in. Not a whole lot of work was getting done. I remember constantly going around trying to like figure out how to get shit done. There were a ton of people there, tons of people. My current job, there aren't tons of people. There might be 5, 6 people there in the warehouse. There was a solid 20, 30 people at this place. Just a little bit of walking around an old dusty, grimy warehouse, kind of how you'd see it. There weren't a whole lot of, man, it was almost like there were a lot of hallways everywhere. But at the end of that particular dream, there was I had a motorcycle that I had stored there apparently. Who knew? I had a nice, like a 125 or something. It was bigger than that. I don't have any idea what size it was. I'm pretty sure it was like a Yamaha or something. Nice little hog. And someone had taken the parts off of it. And I was going around trying to find the fucking manager. Nobody knew who the fuck the manager was that worked there. I'm like, where the fuck is somebody that can tell me where the fuck my parts are to my bike? You know, who the fuck took them? Well, finally, I mean, you know, like the front shock, the fork was missing or something. All the shocks were taken off of it. And I was pretty fucking pissed off, you know. I finally get a hold of somebody who can do something about it. Manager or something, supervisor. And they cut me 2 checks. One was for $1,500 some dollars. One was for $1,200 and some dollars. I remember thinking that's probably enough to cover it, but I was like, what do you think this is going to cover? Fucking putting the shit back together, and you know, that's kind of how I remember that one ending. That's about it. Don't subscribe, hope you enjoyed.